Trying to explain a concept like taxes can be, well, it can be tough. But sometimes the absolute best way to get your head around a big idea is through a simple story. Today, we're going to dive into this beautiful children's book that actually holds a surprisingly deep lesson for all of us. It's all about where our money goes and what it really means to share something. So our whole story kicks off with this little boy, Vishrambu, and his dad. And I promise you, by the time their journey is over, you're going to see a direct line from his antics to your paycheck, the roads you drive on, even the parks you enjoy. It's an amazing way to rethink all those public services we often just take for granted. All right, first up, let's talk about the cost of mischief. We're going to meet a boy and his father who have a very simple system. When something breaks, someone pays to fix it. Seems simple enough, right? So let's meet our main character, Vishrambu. And listen, he's not a bad kid, not at all. He's just, well, he's got this chaotic energy that kind of seems to end in stuff getting broken. And then there's his father, Sharmaji, who, like a lot of parents, is always the one who has to clean up the financial mess his kid leaves behind. And this just captures their whole dynamic perfectly, doesn't it? Sharmaji's thinking back to this one time at a friend's house. Vishrambu, in this big burst of excitement, pulls down the curtains, shatters a glass showcase. The place was a total wreck. So the pattern was pretty clear. Vishrambu makes a mess, and someone's private property gets damaged. And the solution? Super simple. Sharmaji had to shell out 1,000 rupees to fix everything. It's a straight-up transaction, private property gets damaged, and the person responsible pays up. That's just how Vishrambu's world seems to work. And you guessed it, the pattern just keeps on going. Another time, Vishrambu gets this grand idea to bring the mighty Ganga River right into his friend's house. And his master plan? He just leaves the big water tank tap on until the whole place floods. Of course, it was a total mess. They had to call people in to drain all the water, and once again, Sharmaji paid the bill, 800 rupees this time. So, the lesson for Vishrambu is crystal clear. When you break someone else's stuff, Dad pays for it. Simple as that. Case closed. Okay, so now let's get to the main event of our story, this bus trip to Lucknow. Because this is where that simple, predictable pattern is about to be completely and totally shattered. So picture this. They're on a long bus ride. His dad's asleep, and Vishrambu is getting super bored. He spots this little tear in his seat and starts pulling out the soft, white sponge. For a restless kid, it's a fun new discovery. Totally innocent. And then, boom, inspiration strikes. He decides he's going to make a soft little ball out of all this stuffing as a gift for his cousin. So he gets to work, pulling and tearing and ripping until the entire seat is just gutted. He's super proud of his creation, so he wakes up his dad, fully expecting the usual routine to play out. But this time is different. This incident creates a problem that for the first time in Vishrambu's entire life, his father's money can't just fix.
And just look at Vishrambu's reaction here. He knows he messed up, but in his head, the fix is totally obvious. He just tells his dad, hey, can you give the conductor some money to fix the seat? I mean, based on everything he's ever experienced, this is just how the world works.
But here's the twist. The conductor actually says no. He refuses the money. Sharmaji's wallet is completely useless here. So what gives? Why doesn't the old rule of you break it, you buy it work anymore? Well, the conductor starts to lay out the first piece of this giant puzzle for them. He says, look, I can't take your money because this bus, it isn't mine. It belongs to the government. And then he says the magic words. That means it belongs to everyone. This is a totally new idea for Vishrambu. So this moment of total confusion, it sets the stage for the big reveal, the real heart of the story. During a stop at a little highway hotel, the conductor sits them down and explains how things really work. He starts with the absolute basics. A tax, he explains, is just a little bit of the money that everyone earns that they give over to the government. It's not like you're paying for one specific thing. It's more like a contribution that everyone makes to a big pot. Okay, so why do we give this money? The conductor explains that this big collective pot of money, our taxes, is what pays for all the big important stuff that we all share and use together. The things that no single person could ever build or take care of on their own. And he makes it super real for Vishrambu with examples he can literally see and touch right there. The roads they're driving on, the bridges they cross, this very bus they're sitting in. Even his school and the playgrounds he loves back home. All of it, he explains, is paid for when everyone's small contributions get added together. And this is the absolute key, the main takeaway. Because these things belong to all of us together, one person can't just pay to fix the damage they caused. It totally breaks the logic of private ownership. Ripping up the bus seat isn't like breaking a friend's vase, it's like damaging a tiny little piece of something that belongs to everybody. The responsibility isn't just about paying for it, it's about taking care of it in the first place. And just like that, with this one simple, honestly brilliant explanation, everything just clicks for Vishrambu. It's this moment of real understanding that completely changes how he sees the world. You can just imagine his eyes welling up with tears, right? And it's not just because he's in trouble. It's because he gets it now. The weight of what he did finally sinks in. His apology isn't just about a torn-up seat. It's about him understanding this brand new idea of shared responsibility. He promises to be more careful. And boom, the tension is just gone. Sharmaji can see that his son truly understands. This trip wasn't just about getting to Lucknow. It was a journey to understanding what community really means. And that lesson from the conductor? Man, that was worth way more than any amount of money. So, that leaves us with one last question to chew on. After hearing Vishrambu's story, what things that belong to all of us will you look at a little differently today? That park bench? The public library? The bus you ride? This simple little story is a powerful reminder that these things aren't just there. They're ours, together.